Hariom.
Hariom Swamiji, with Ketkiji, we both teach Bala Ramayana.
Hariom Swamiji, Ketki, I teach Bala Ramayana, first grade.
Hariom Swamiji, my name is Preeti. I teach grade 6 and 7 Sampurna Ramayana.
Hariom Swamiji, my name is Valikan. I co-teach third grade Bala Bhagavatam.
Hariom Swamiji, Saraswati. I'm not teaching in Balavihar this year, but I'm facilitating a study group based on Veda mantras. Thank you.
Ganesh, you will sing one bhajan. Ready? सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः आत्मा रामानन्दरमणा आत्मा रामानन्दरमणा अच्युत केशव हरिनारायण अच्युत केशव हरिनारायण भवभयहरणा वन्दितचरणा भवभयहरणा वन्दितचरणा रघुकुलभूषण राजीवलोचना रघुकुलभूषण राजीवलोचन आदिनारायण अनन्तशयना आदिनारायण अनन्तशयना सच्चिदानन्दा सत्यनारायण सच्चिदानन्दा सत्यनारायण भवभयहरणा वन्दितचरणा रघुकुलभूषण राजीवलोचन आत्मा रामानन्दरमणा आनन्दरमणा आनन्दरमणा. Ganesh, you ready? So can start? Yes. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Jaya Jaya Ram. Jaya Jaya Ram. Humble prostrations to one and all present here. So we are going to see a small portion from Tulsi Ramayana in the Aranyakanda. So these are the question answer session between Rama and Lakshmana. So, that Shurpanakha episode had not yet begun. They were well settled in the forest, very peaceful. That is the time when this discussion happens. You're able to see? No. Okay. Are we going to project it? Okay. So, let us begin. एक बार प्रभु सुख आसीना, लक्ष्मण बचन कहे छलहीना, सुर नर मुनि सचराचर साई, मैं पूछूं निज प्रभु की नाई। एक बार प्रभु सुख आसीना, Bhagavan was seated comfortably, without any worries, peaceful. At that time, Lakshmana approaches Bhagavan, and then he spoke these words. What did he say? O Lord, Sura Nara Muni Sachara Sai, O Lord of gods, human beings, saints and the sages, the Lord of the whole universe, मैं पूछूं निज प्रभु की नाई. May I ask some questions? Considering you as my Lord, Bhagavan, I want to ask some questions to you. What is that? मोहि समुझाई कहौ सोई देवा, सब तजी करऊं चरण रज सेवा, कहु ज्ञान विराग अरु माया, कहु सो भगति करहु जेहि दाया, ईश्वर जीव भेद प्रभु, सकल कहूँ समुझाई, जाते होई चरण रति, शोक मोह भ्रम जाई. मोहि समुझाई कहु सोई देवा, सब तजी करूं चरण रज सेवा. Bhagwan, make me understand these things. In such a way you answer these questions so that I can renounce everything and serve you. In this way, make me understand. In a way in which I can understand. Okay, Lakshmana, what are your questions? Kahahu Gyan. Bhagwan, tell me what is Gyan, knowledge. Virag. Bhagwan, tell me what is Vairagya. Vairagya means dispassion. Aru Maya. Bhagwan, tell me what is Maya. Kahahu so bhagati karahu jaidaya. Bhagwan, tell me what is devotion by which you shower your compassion upon your devotees. So how many questions over? 4. What is knowledge? What is dispassion? What is Maya? And then what is devotion? And last one, Ishvara Jiva Bhed. Bhagwan, tell me what is the difference between Ishvara and Jiva? The individual human beings and the Lord. What is the difference? Sakal kahun samujhai. So Bhagwan, please answer these 5 questions so that jate hoi charanarati, so that I may have devotion at your lotus feet. And thus shoka moha brahmajai, so that my shoka, what is shoka? Sorrow. Moha, infatuation. Brahma, delusion. Delusion, infatuation, sorrow. In fact, this is the way things happen. First comes delusion, then comes infatuation, then comes sorrow. All the sorrow is born out of delusion only. Bhagavan, answer these questions in such a way that all my delusions are gone, my sorrows are gone. So 5 questions. What are the 5 questions? Jnana, Vairagya, Maya, Bhakti, and then Ishvara Jiva Bhed. Ishvara Jiva difference. Okay. Now Bhagavan starts answering. थोरे ही मह सब कहूँ बुझाई, सुनहु तात मति मन चित लाई, मैं अरु मोर तोरते माया, जेहि बस कीन्हे जीव निकाया. O dear one, O Lakshmana, thore hi mah sab kahun bujai. In few words I will make you understand. You are such a pure-hearted person. I will have no difficulty at all in making you understand all this. In few words you will understand. Sunahu, O Tat, O dear one, listen. How should you listen? Mati, Mana, Chita, Lai. Bring these 3 things together. Mati, intellect. Mana, mind. Chitta. Chitta means what? Chitta means memory. Mana, Buddhi, Chitta. Chitta actually means mind only, but in this context, mind has already come. So therefore, memory means what? Listen to this knowledge, valuing it. Intellect values. Mind loves. With interest, love this knowledge, value this knowledge, and remember this knowledge all the time. Whatever I am going to speak, may you not forget. Okay, now listen. So first, Bhagavan takes up what is called as Maya. What is Maya? So now Bhagavan is describing Maya. So he doesn't define Maya here. First he describes what is the effect of Maya. Result of Maya. How do we know I am deluded by Maya? So what is said here? Main aru more torte Maya. I and mine, you and yours. This is called Maya. You see? Wherever this feeling is there, I, mine, you, yours. This feeling is called Maya. What is this called? It's called as vision of plurality. We are all different. I am different, you are different. I have my set of things, you have your set of things. Now what happens? All negativity starts from here. The moment I and mine, you and your begins, what comes? Comparison. Then superiority complex or inferiority complex. Then jealousy, hatred. Oh, all those ill feelings. Where does it start? That is called as Maya. Jehi basukeen he jeevanikaya. This Maya has literally conquered everyone. Everybody is under its influence. So this is the effect of Maya. Now you have to look within. Am I affected by that Maya? Bhagavan, but what is Maya? Okay, effect of Maya I understood. What is Maya? Go char jahan lagi man jai, so sab Maya jane ho bhai, tehi kar bhed sunahu tum so, विद्या अपर अविद्या दो, एक दुष्ट अतिशय दुख रूपा, जा बस जीव पराभव कूपा, एक रचई जग गुण बस जाके, प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बलता के. Bhagavan, I understood what is the effect of Maya. I and mine, you and yours. But what is Maya? Go go char jah lagi man jai. Whatever you are seeing with your sense organs, go gochar. And whatever you are experiencing with your mind, जह लगी मन जाय, so sab maya jane bhai. Understand everything is Maya only. Whatever you can experience through your sense organs, whatever you can experience with your mind, everything is Maya. What is left now? The whole world is Maya. Body is Maya, mind is Maya. What is not Maya then? What is not Maya? You teachers must answer now. Only consciousness. Except that everything is Maya only. Exactly like in the dream. What is the only thing in the dream world which is not a part of the dream world? The observer of the dream. Yes or no? How do you know that observer of the dream is not a part of the dream? The observer survives the dream. Even when the dream is gone, observer remains. So then we know observer alone is not the part of the dream. Rest everything is a part of dream only. In the same way, there is an observer in us. That consciousness, except that everything is Maya. Maya means what? Unreal, illusion. Right? That observer in us is God. That consciousness, witnessing consciousness. So how should we live if we have to live without getting affected by Maya? Holding on to that consciousness. Then you will never be deluded. In the language of devotion, we say, remembering the lotus feet of God. Both are same. Holding on to consciousness, that is a language of knowledge. Holding on to the lotus feet of God, that is a language of devotion. Language, they are different, but actually it is the same thing. That consciousness, because of which I am conscious of the world, because of which I am conscious of emotion, that consciousness alone is real. The rest, everything is Maya. Suppose I forget this consciousness and get fully busy, absorbed in Maya, what will happen to me? May or more torte. I and mine, you and yours. Bas, finished. Kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, raga, dvesha, ahankara, mamakara. That is called as getting stuck in Maya. There is a way out. Hold on to this Lord. Okay. Now, my dear brother, you will have to understand this Maya also is of two types. Bhagavan, what are they? Tehi kar bhed sunahu tum so vidya apar avidya do. Two types of Maya. What are they? Vidya Maya and avidya Maya. Vidya Maya, avidya Maya. Two types of Maya. Okay, Bhagavan, what are they? What are their characteristics? Ek dushta atisaya dukha rupa jabas jeev para bhavakupa. One is dushta, wicked, painful. Atisaya Dukkha Rupa. Which one is this? Avidya Maya. Avidya Maya will pull you down into this world, make you suffer. And it is because of this avidya maya, jabasu jeev para bhavakupa. All the jivas, it is because of this avidya maya, everybody is suffering and they have fallen into the well of worldliness, bhavakupa. This is one comparison. Kupa. Kupa means what? Well. You know this frog in the well? What is the understanding of a frog in the well? This is all the world that is, and I am the king. You see, everybody is in a frog in the well only. I know everything. What is there to know? I am this body. It's very clear. This is all the world is. Arey Baba, you are infinite. You are not this little body. You see? Misunderstanding the finite body to be oneself. This finite world to be the reality. Nothing beyond this world. This understanding is called understanding of a frog in the well. You get caught up in the finite, remain in the finite and think that this finite is everything. Bhavakupa. Somebody has to pull you out. See, you can't climb that Bhavakupa. Somebody from outside has to pull you out. Isn't it? Who has to pull us out? Guru has to pull us out. Who else? Scriptures have to pull us out. Otherwise, we will think that this is all the world. Now, this Maya, which Maya is it? Avidya Maya. Because of avidya. Now, actually, this avidya Maya is nothing but tamas and rajas. That is avidya Maya. Tamas and rajas is called avidya Maya. And when we are in tamas and rajas, we don't even like to hear scriptures. We don't even like satsang. Whenever satsangs etc. happen, we run away from there. You see? We don't like light of knowledge. We are happy in the darkness of ignorance. These are all the signs of avidya Maya. I am so busy, I have no time for satsang. Okay, busy doing what? All foolish things. This is avidya Maya. What about vidya Maya? एक रचई जग गुण बस जाके प्रभु प्रेरित नहीं निज बल तागे. So Vidya Maya is nothing but Sattu Guna. Bhagavan creates the whole world with that Sattu Guna. Ever obedient to the Lord. So now this Sattu Guna, if we have to transcend this Maya, Vidya Maya becomes a help. It helps us in transcending Maya. Avidya Maya traps us in Maya. Vidya Maya helps us cross beyond Maya. So there's a beautiful story by Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. How many of you have read Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna? You must read that book, Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. Very nice book. Very simple way, you know. It's not so many stories, similes, metaphors, etc. So in that, he tells a very nice story. So there was this person who was walking in the forest. And suddenly 3 robbers come. They catch hold of him. Take away all his wealth. Then they think, what to do with this man now? So one fellow says, let's kill him. Second says, no, let us not kill him. Let us tie him to this tree. So then they tie him to that tree, take away all his money and they leave. After some time, out of the 3, one person comes back. He releases him. Say, come, I felt sorry for you in this forest, all alone. Wild animals are there. Out of sympathy for you, I have come back. You come. So he released him, took him out of the forest, and then said, see, this road straight you go, you will reach your destination. So this man was so happy with him. He said, why don't you also come? No, I can't come. Police will catch me. Now who are the three? The first fellow who said, I'll kill him, that is tamas. Rajas, the one who said, tie him down. Rajas will tie you down with attachments and all that. And the third one who came and released him, who was he? Sattva-guna, third robber. He is also a robber only. Means what? Sattva-guna is also a part of Maya. It cannot go to the reality. That also has to be taught. But it will do one good thing. It will take you out of Maya. So Sattva-guna means all virtues in life. All those noble virtues like humility, gratitude, devotion for God, dispassion, all those noble virtues are Sattva-guna. So such a Sattva-guna, such a sattvic mind becomes a fit instrument to come out of this Maya. This is the whole point. So have you understood Maya? So what is Maya? Anything that is experienced through mind and the senses. Means the whole world. What is the effect of Maya? I and mine, you and yours. How to come out of Maya? Develop Sattva-guna, or using Vidya Maya, we come out of this Maya. Okay, that question is answered. Next one. ज्ञान मान जहाँ एक हो नाहि, देख ब्रह्म समान सब माहि, कहिय तात सो परम विरागी, तृण समसिद्धि तीन गुण त्यागी. Next, Bhagavan takes up what is Gyan, knowledge. What is Gyan? So the effect of knowledge is first mentioned. Gyan man jaha ek hunai. The effect of knowledge is that person becomes very humble. That person becomes free from ego. This is a sign of knowledge. Vidya dadati vinayam. If there is an ego of knowledge, know for sure that is not knowledge. If knowledge is producing ego, then that means that is not knowledge. The necessary sign of knowledge is that person becomes very humble. And what is his vision? That vision of knowledge, it is the vision of oneness. Dekh Brahma Saman Sabamai. He sees Brahman alone, God alone everywhere. Not only that there is God in me, there is only God everywhere. So what is that God? Consciousness. The moment you come to know, I am not this body, I am this consciousness, when you see others, what do you see? You see the same consciousness. You see, if I consider myself to be the body, I will consider others also as body. At the body level, we are all different. And when there is difference, I and mine, you and yours starts. But suppose the vision is, I am consciousness in this body, others are also consciousness alone in different bodies. Then what happens? There is vision of oneness. Body is there today, tomorrow it will perish. Consciousness is ever there. So therefore, essentially, we are all that one consciousness. Then what happens? There is no ego at all. Ego means what? I am superior, I am different. It can never happen. So there is a vision of oneness. There is no vision of plurality. This is knowledge. This is knowledge and this is the effect of knowledge. Okay. So second question is also over. Third one. कहिय तात सो परम बिरागी तृण सम सिद्धि तीन गुण त्यागी. What is dispassion? Dispassion is disinterest in all worldly pleasures. There is no interest. Trina sama, like a blade of grass. He just gives up all worldly pleasures. Even the siddhis, ashtasiddhi, anima, mahima, garima, lagima, ishitvam, vashitvam, prapti, prakamyam, ability to become big, small, light, heavy, invisible, ability to read others' minds, conquer others, they are all different siddhis. Trina sama, like a blade of grass he gives up, and no interest. What to talk of worldly pleasures? He has no interest even in supernatural powers. This disinterest is what is called as dispassion. Where does this disinterest come? So this is what happens. When you start growing in bhakti for God, devotion for God, when you start growing in knowledge, you stop having any interest in other things. Useless things, unwanted things. Why? Because you are experiencing infinite happiness. Satchit Ananda is our nature. That is the nature of consciousness. When I start experiencing infinite bliss in myself, I stop desiring anything of the world. There is no desire. Because all desires are desire for happiness only. Once I am already happy inside, no object in this world can tempt me towards happiness. So this is what is called as dispassion. Now Bhagavan takes up difference between Jiva and Ishvara. What does he say? Maya isna aap kahun जान कहिय सो जीव बंध मोक्ष प्रद सर्व पर माया प्रेरक सीव. What is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara? Jiva doesn't know anything. What is it? Doesn't know Maya. What is Maya? He doesn't know. Isa, who is God? He doesn't know. Na Apu, he doesn't know himself also. So who is a Jivatma? The one who doesn't know anything but thinks that he knows everything. That is Jiva. Okay, who is Ishvara? Bandha Moksha Prada, the one who gives bondage also and the one who gives liberation also. Sarva Para, who is above everyone, the Lord of all. Maya Preraka, the one who is a Lord of Maya. The whole world is functioning because of him. That omniscient, omnipotent, omnipresent. That being is Ishvara. Jiva and Ishvara. Jiva is a Maya Dasa, Ishvara is Maya Pati, Lord of Maya. One is a slave of Maya, the other is a Lord of Maya. One is Alpatnya, the other is Sarvatnya. I hope you understand these terms. Alpatnya, knowing less. The other one, Sarvatnya, knowing everything. Alpashaktiman versus Sarvashaktiman. Alpavyapi versus Sarvavyapi. That is the difference. Lord, when he comes to the world, he chooses his body. He chooses the time. He chooses the parents. Full freedom. When I should come, where I should be there, what I should do, and when I should leave. Total freedom. That is called as Mayapati. Whereas on the other hand, Jiva, what is his condition? He has no freedom at all. When he should be born, to whom he should be born, what he should go through, no freedom. So this is the difference between Jiva and Ishvara. So how many questions answered now? 4. What is left? Devotion is left. धर्म ते बिरति जोग ते ज्ञान ज्ञान मोक्ष प्रद भेद बखाना. Bhagavan, how to gain this knowledge? How to gain? Dharma te birati. Perform your duties in a righteous way. Then what will come? Virakti will come. Virakti means dispassion. The mind will become pure. In such a pure mind, jogate jnana. Such a mind you can utilize for practicing yoga, concentration, meditation. And with that meditation, you develop knowledge. You gain knowledge. Jnana moksha pradhan. With this knowledge, you attain liberation. So say the Vedas. Veda Bakhana. Okay. Now comes a definition of devotion. जाते बेगी द्रवौ में भाई सो मम भगति भगत सुखदाई. Unique devotion, unique definition on devotion. So what is devotion? जाते बेगी द्रवों में भाई. Lakshmana, that by which I melt. That is bhakti. What melts? What melts? The heart. Dravu means melting. Begi dravu, that with which I melt quickly, easily. So what is devotion? That which melts the heart of the Lord is devotion. Now the question is, where is that heart of God? Where is it? It is our own heart only. Because God resides in our heart. So God's melting heart means which heart has to melt? Our heart. When our heart melts in love for God, it's very, very unique. The moment our heart melts, His heart also melts. Because both of them reside in the same place. It is something like mother and a child. The moment the child's eyes become filled with tears, simultaneously mother's heart also melts. Yes or no? The moment child's eyes are filled with tears, mother immediately melts. Because they appear to be two, but actually they are one. There is identification. In the same way, Jivatma, Paramatma appear to be different, but actually they are one only. Beautiful definition. This definition you will not find anywhere else. It's very, very sweet. That with which my heart melts. That is devotion. So mama bhagati bhagata sukhadai. It gives tremendous joy to my devotees. And it is true. When the heart is filled with devotion for God, that is real happiness, real joy. Once that joy you experience, then you don't need anything else. You are fulfilled. Now, all those what you call verses are describing how to develop the joy. Let us see. सो सुतंत्र अवलंबन आना तेहि आधीन ज्ञान बेज्ञान भगति तात अनुपम सुख मूला मिलई जो संत होई अनुकूला. This bhakti so sutantra. Sutantra means what? Swatantra, it is free. Avalambana ana, it doesn't depend on anything. It is a path by itself. In fact, to be precise, tehi adhina jnana vijnana. Once you have devotion, rest everything comes. Jnana, vijnana. Knowledge about the, what you call, Saguna Brahman is called Vigyan. Knowledge about Nirguna Brahman is called Gyan. Jnana Vigyan. Everything comes once devotion comes. Bhagati tat anupama sukhamula. It is the source of all bliss, happiness. How to gain devotion, Bhagavan? Mile jo sant hoi anukula. When you get a person who has devotion, when you associate yourself with a person having devotion, you get it. See, that is true with everything, isn't it? If you want peace, you can get it from a person who has peace. If you want strength, you get it from a person who has strength. If you want money, you get it from a person who has, in the same way. If you want devotion, where should you go? To a devotee, the one who has devotion. भगति के साधन कहूँ बखानी, सुगम पंथ मोहि पावहि प्राणी, प्रथम ही विप्रचरण अति प्रीति, निज निज कर्म निरत श्रुति रीति. Now Lakshmana, I will tell you how to gain that devotion and what are the stages. Slowly, slowly, how a person grows in devotion, what are the characteristics? I will tell you that. Bhagati ki sadhana kahu bakhani, sugama pantha. This path is very, very easy. It is not difficult. Easily, all beings can reach me. Because this is a path of love. Love is a language which can be understood by everybody. And the very path of love itself is sweet. I will tell you how to get it. First, what you have to do, prathamahi bipracharana ati priti. First, you have to go to somebody who has this devotion, a noble soul, a devotee. Develop love at his feet. Serve him. Be with him. So, what will he advise? Nija nija karma nirata shruti riti. Naturally, his advice will be perform all your duties as a worship of the Lord. Karma yoga. Isn't it? Perform your duties as a worship of the Lord. This will be his advice. And as you do that, what will happen? Ehi kar phal puni vishaya viraga, tab mama dharma upajanuraga, shravanadika nava bhakti drudhahi, mama leelarati ati manamahi. As you perform your duties as a worship of the Lord, slowly dispassion starts coming. And at the same time, taba mama dharma upaja anuraga. Slowly, slowly, devotion starts growing in the heart. Dispassion and devotion starts growing when you are doing your duties as a worship of the Lord. Slowly, the mind starts becoming pure. Shravanadika nava bhakti drudhahi. The 9 forms of devotion slowly starts gaining root in the heart. What are the 9 forms of devotion? Shravanam kirtanam vishnoh, smaranam padasevanam, archanam vandanam dasyam, sakhyam atmanivedanam. This is from Bhagavatam. You see? This is what Prahalada tells Hiranyakashipu. How to develop devotion. This is called as Navavidha Bhakti. So what are they? Shravanam. Shravanam, listening to the scriptures, bhakti texts. Shravanam Kirtanam, singing the glory of the Lord. Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnoho, Smaranam, remembrance of the Lord. Padasevanam, serving the lotus feet of the Lord. Archanam, doing archana of the Lord. What is archana? Taking the name of the Lord and then offering flowers. Archanam, Vandanam, bowing down to the Lord. Dasyam, being a dasa of the Lord, servant of the Lord. Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakhyam, considering Bhagavan as one's own well-wisher, one's own friend, one's own companion. Sakhyam, Atmanivedanam, offering oneself to the Lord. Atmanivedanam. So this is called as Navavidha Bhakti. So as that devotion grows, you start becoming more and more firm in all this. You start liking all this. And then Mama Leela Rati Ati Manamahi. You just enjoy listening to the Katha of the Lord, Leela of the Lord, through Ramayana, Bhagavata, etc. There is a joy which comes when you listen to all this. So these are all the indication that mind is becoming pure. A person who has an impure mind will have no interest in all this. As the mind becomes pure, just like, as that iron becomes pure, it starts feeling the pull of the magnet. A rusted iron doesn't feel any pull. But as that rust goes away, that iron starts feeling a pull. In the same way, mind as it becomes purer and purer, it starts feeling a pull towards spiritual practices. That's the meaning. So these are all the indication whether devotion in my heart is growing or not. Sant charan pankaj ati prema मन क्रम बचन भजन दृढ़ नेमा गुरु पितु मातु बंधु पति देवा सब मोहि कह जाने दृढ़ सेवा. As devotion starts increasing, you have tremendous amount of love, respect and reverence for saintly people. Sant charana pankaja ati prema. You see, as you start growing in devotion, your love for devotees also start growing, because you now know the greatness of a saint. Sant Charana. Just like a musician knows the greatness of another great musician. In the same way, once devotion starts growing in our heart, we come to know the glory of great devotees. And then we are ever at their feet, serving them with all respect, reverence, devotion. And then what happens? Slowly, the personality starts getting integrated. Mana, krama, bachana, bhajana, drudha nema. You start becoming firm in your vows. Whatever vows you take, you become firm. You, from the depth of your heart, you seek God. Manasa, vacha, karmana. Thought, word and deed, they start getting aligned. Your personality starts getting completely transformed. Thinking only of God, speaking only of God, doing everything for the sake of God. You see, you start getting saturated with God thought. And then what happens? Guru, Pitu, Matu, Bandhu, Pati, Deva. Bhagavan becomes everything for you. Guru, teacher. Pitu, father. Matu, mother. Bandhu, relative, friend. Pati, master. You see, God is my everything. This is called a single pointed devotion. Whatever I have is because of God. Everything belongs to God, and the mind is only thinking of God. Sab mohi kah jane dridh seva. Now his life has become God-oriented life. He also may be a worldly person with family, with profession, everything, but now everything is doing only for God, God, God. Mama guna gavat pulaka sarira gada gada gira nayana bahanira kama adi madadambh na jaake तात निरंतर बसत में ताके. And a time comes when mama guna gavata pulaka sarira, as he is chanting my glories, pulaka sarira, the hair stand on end, horripilation happens, gada gada gira, his voice become choked with emotion. Nayana Bahanira, the eyes are filled with tears of devotion. You see, as he chants Bhagavan's name, all these things starts happening. Intense emotion, single pointed devotion. And in such a person's heart, who has gained that much of devotion, all negativities are washed away. Kama, Krodha, Lobha, all impurities of the mind completely gone, flushed out. Bhagavan says, Tata, oh dear one, Nirantar bas mein tak, I have been conquered by such a devotee. This statement also comes from Bhagavatam. Aham bhakta paradhina, Bhagavan says. I am completely conquered by my devotees. I am a servant of my devotees. I have no freedom. Whatever Bhagavan says, I have to do. There is a beautiful song, Jagadodharana Adisida Yashoda. Jagadodharana, the one who is the Lord of the universe. Yashoda made that Lord dance to her tunes. Bhagavan says, I am helpless. In front of such devotees, I just do whatever they say. Bachan karma mana mori gati भजनु करहि निष्काम तिनके हृदय कमल महु करऊं सदा विश्राम सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय. वचन कर्म मन मोरी गति भजन करहि निष्काम. Such a person, thought, word and deed, the one who worships me, in their lotus heart, Hridaya Kamala, I ever take rest. I never leave them. In this way, the 5 questions were answered. Bhagati Joga Suni Ati Sukha Pava Lakshmana Prabhu Charanahi Sirunava. When Lakshmana heard these, he was filled with devotion for God and he prostrated unto Bhagavan again and again. Thus, this beautiful portion comes to an end. What are the 5 questions? Jnana, Vairagya, Maya, Bhakti and Ishvara Jiva Bheda. I hope you remember the answers. May we all develop that kind of devotion for God and make our life fulfilled. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah Sarve Santu Niramayah Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kasyid Dukha Bhag Bhavet Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritam Gamaya Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
So I think we all will agree that there is no way that we can provide some kind of a feedback on the discourse. One thing that I really admire, and I think all of us will agree, is in those short 5 questions, how Bhagwan Rama answered all of them, and in this 1 hour, Swamiji answered all those 5 questions. So it is truly Puja Gurudev's grace that we are all here as one family. We get this opportunity to listen and reflect and host such great Swamins. So all that we can say is gratitude, Swamiji, for everything. This is just absolutely brilliant. And so I'm sure that we'll have more questions, but in the next Q&A session that Swamiji will host online, we can ask those Q&A questions. Can we have all the teachers really quickly line up behind so we can take a quick picture? Thank you.
I was going to say, knowing Ganesh, we must have a picture, right?
Yes, absolutely. Please.
For the other centers, we'll pause the streaming now and we'll reconvene during the story time.